Hello everyone, Marco Chiappetta for Hot Hardware here with my buddy Dave, and it is time to build the giveaway PC sponsored by Biwin, Zotac, and MSI. Dave, you ready to get started?
I am. I like building PCs with you. It's a lot of fun. We have a ton of components, awesome components. X870E platform here from MSI. We've got Zotac Gaming's RTX 5070. We've got Biwin's DDR5 RGB RAM. And an SSD that's sponsored by Biwin as well. We got a lot of great brands in the mix here, so it should be fun.
Absolutely, and we got Peaches to Pitbull monitoring the camera, so we're gonna get started. Dave, why don't you let everybody know what we're gonna use for this build?
Absolutely, let's start with the classy chassis. This is the MSI VELOX 300R Airflow case, nice black matte finish on there, plenty of airflow as you can see in the front and along the sides and the top. We'll be building inside this puppy. We have an MSI 850 watt PCIe 5 power supply, modular power supply. The system will be powered by, the main processor is an AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D 16 core CPU with 3D V-Cache. So this is quite the processor. This is going to be a great content creation and gaming rig for sure. It will be installed into an MSI Mag X870E Gaming Max Wi-Fi motherboard. Lots of great features on that we'll step through as well. The RAM we'll be using is Biwin Black Opal DW100. It's a DDR5 6000 kit, RGB lit of course for that special bling. And we also have a Biwin Black Opal NV7400 PCI Express Gen 4 SSD. That's a 4 terabyte SSD, so tons of storage. And a Zotac Gaming, finally, GeForce RTX 5070 GPU will be powering the graphics. And one more honorable mention here, if I can keep the boxes standing up, the Cooler Master Atmos 2 360 millimeter cooler, and that also has some RGB bling as well. So we've got liquid cooling, we've got a high-end CPU, and we've got a great gaming GPU and tons of great components from MSI, Biwin, and Zotac. So let's unpack them all and get them set up to build.
So if you've seen us build PCs before, you know my process. I like to install the processor, memory, and SSD into the motherboard first, make sure everything's situated properly before we move everything into the case. Before we do that though, I want to give you a quick look at the hardware that we just pulled out of the boxes. So here is the MSI X870E Gaming Max Wi-Fi motherboard. So this guy's based on AMD's X870E chipset. Lots of cool features like USB up to 40 gigabits. You have triple M.2 slots, and this main one is toolless here. Cooling on the VRM, metal reinforcement on the PCI Express slot, so lots of cool stuff here. And now this is the 48 gig Biwin Black Opal memory kit. So I wish you could feel the heft on these. These have really substantial heat spreaders, really nice memory kit. That is the beefy Biwin NV7400 4 terabyte SSD. So the winner will not be hurting for storage. And of course, powering everything is the awesome AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D. So killer processor for multi-threaded workloads and gaming with that X3D V-Cache. All right, I think I'm gonna pop the processor in first. You've probably seen this a million times. Just gonna unhook that latch here, leave the protective cover on, and then you're going to line up the golden arrow with the arrow on the socket and just drop this baby in. Make sure she's sitting flush. Close that, and then the protective cover will pop off when you close the latch. All right, so processor's all set. Let me see if I can do this SSD easy. This MSI motherboard is toolless for this M.2 slot, so you just give this a squeeze, and the heat plate is gonna pop off. We pop the SSD in the slot, and lock it in with this little latch. And then of course we have to remove that from the thermal transfer pad.
Little protective coating there.
Yep, and then this should just snap on like that. We're good. And now for the memory, on this particular motherboard, it is the outer two slots here. So this slot and this slot are the first two. So we will install the memory next.
We've got a pair of 24 gig modules for a total of 48 gig of DDR5 6000
Exactly. So really beefy memory kit. So that is one.
Yeah, this rig's going to be strapped with all the best stuff.
And that is two.
Happy,
so
snappy.
Memory, CPU, SSD could not have gone smoother. This is basically all set to go into the case already. Okay, so we could have done this in the chassis, but it's going to be easier if we do it outside the case. So to prep the motherboard for the cooler, we actually have to remove these stock AMD mounting brackets because the Cooler Master 360 millimeter cooler we have has its own custom ones. So we're going to remove these 4 screws, take these brackets off, and then screw these in place.
Nothing fancy, just some screwdriver work.
That's it, making sure they're tight.
Don't break it.
I won't. So before we lay the chassis down and start installing stuff, I want to show you one cool feature of this MSI VELOX 300R case. It's mostly toolless. There are a couple of thumb screws on the back, but the panels literally just pop off. So you loosen a couple thumb screws, and this top panel, you just pop it right up like that. And the same basically for the side panels, there's a spot for your fingers, and you really just pull it off. So start at the top, bring it down, and the panels come right off.
All right, so let's take a quick tour around the MSI VELOX 300R case. This is an MSI case. We get an MSI motherboard, so things match up real clean. Standoffs are already inside the case, as you can see here, and they're gonna be strategically located for the mounting spots on the motherboard. We have a GPU support bracket, nice, built right in. We will adjust that once we get the motherboard installed. And as you can see also, there's some nice touches here. You've got some grommets, rubber protection going through some of the pass-throughs for the cabling. But let's take the MSI motherboard, the X870E motherboard, and get it lined up. And talk about simple. Dead nuts right on, AiO bracket going through the backside, perfectly lined up. We're ready to screw it down.
Nice, so dead nuts right on. That's an industry term?
Yeah, that's a technical term. You heard it here first. All right, the last screw in the motherboard, and we're done screwing this thing up. Pretty clean and easy though, I will say that. It was a really easy installation.
Okay, so I think it's time to dry fit the cooler, and if everything looks good, we'll get this mounted next. So we are just gonna see if there's clearance for everything right now. And it looks like it's going to be a perfect fit. So plenty of room for the radiator, and the cold plate drops right on without any stress on the tubes. I think we're good to go. So at this point, we're just putting the screws in to hold the radiator in place. I got about 8 more to go.
Only 8. But it fits like a charm. Let's go around this side. You can see what's going on there. We are top mounted with the 360 millimeter all-in-one cooler from Cooler Master. And we have not mounted the cold plate yet. Screw it up, will you?
We're going. So we're ready to mount the cold plate. Most important thing though, remove the protective covering. How many stories have you seen people forgot to do this and their system overheats? We are not gonna forget.
The brains of the operation right there. We gotta keep it cool.
Exactly.
We're gonna paste up the CPU here momentarily. Why don't you check it for fit?
It fits pretty good.
And then Cooler Master has a pretty interesting approach, right? You get these covers that can go on.
Yeah, it comes with different beauty covers for the pump and cold plate assembly. They're magnetic. They just snap right on.
Wow. Very cool.
A few minutes later.
So pro tip, one of the easiest ways to smooth your thermal paste, lots of folks just use the X or dot method and they let the pressure of the cold plate spread it out, but just use one of the baggies that came with the cooler and really smush it into that CPU and spread it out evenly so you have perfect coverage.
That is an old man pro tip right there.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit because it's sticking, but we will get there.
Smear it around good.
So I'm just putting the thumb screws on to hold the pump and cold plate assembly. Just getting these finger tight for the moment, and then we'll tighten them completely in a star pattern to make sure we have nice even pressure. But everything's sitting nice and flat. I think we're good to go.
Why the star pattern?
Just to make sure you have even pressure going all around, and don't crank on these screws. You don't want to like bend or warp any metal on the cooler or in the socket. You're just getting them tight so nothing can move, and you got nice even pressure on the CPU.
I knew that, but I was just going to ask you anyways.
Just putting me on the spot.
Yep.
So one of the cool features of this Cooler Master Atmos 2 cooler, or these magnetic vanity plates, is it's really, really sweet. They literally just snap right on. And it comes with a couple different ones. You just have the basic Cooler Master plate. This one, I don't know if it's going to come through on camera.
Flipping around.
But it's translucent. You have the Cooler Master logo, and it's mirrored on this side. So when this is lit up, the logo is going to show through the mirror. And then there's also a RGB attached one too as well.
All right, so we're ready to install our MSI Mag 850 watt modular PCI Express 5 compatible power supply. We've got a bunch of cables out here. We've got a few extras, but the ones we're going to use, just to name a few, this is the 12 volt high power GPU cable that will plug in. Both sides, as you can see, have that 2x6 12 pin connector. And then we've got a SATA connector for lighting and a couple of PCI Express power connectors to plug into the motherboard, and of course the ATX 24V power supply connector as well. So we're gonna get this all plugged into the case. Let's do that next. All right, so we're gonna take the power supply and just slide it in here on the back side of the case and line it up on top of these here mounts, and you can see we've got a number of screws that just line right up, screw holes with the back of the chassis and the power supply.
So Dave got the power supply in. We plugged in the cables that we need. They're just sort of draped along the side right now. We'll figure out the case wiring in a second. But we're at the point where we can install the GPU. This is the Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 5070 Solid OC Edition. So nice 2-slot triple fan GeForce RTX 5070. Not too heavy. It's actually a really attractive card in my opinion. Feels really nice in the hand. One of the really cool features of MSI's gaming motherboards is the PCI Express graphics slot retention mechanism. So sometimes you have to deal with these levers and the cards get in the way. It's just really cumbersome. But on the metal reinforced graphics slot, you'll see a button back here. And when this is pressed, it engages and disengages the metal lock. Nice and easy and very secure.
Let's snap that RTX 5070 into place.
So at this stage, we have everything mounted in the case. On the backside of the motherboard tray, you can see the mess of wires we have to contend with. We are going to unravel this, route each wire individually exactly where it has to go as neatly as possible, and then we will be ready to fire it up.
Time for the origami.
Exactly. So here's what the backside looks like with everything plugged in now. So at this moment in time, all of the cables are plugged into the motherboard, into the GPU. Everything is ready to roll.
Dang, that is clean, man.
One of the pluses of using all MSI products in an MSI case. Okay, so here's a quick view of the front side. As you can see, everything is nice and neat and clean. Working inside this chassis went very smooth, so we're super happy about that. And it's time for first power up. So fingers crossed that this goes smoothly. I'm gonna hit the power button now. And we have signs of life. So very cool. We are gonna get a monitor attached, grab a keyboard and mouse, and see if we can get Windows installed on here and make sure everything's running smoothly.
All right, checking in here quickly with a stability test here. We have 3D Mark's CPU profile test running currently. We have it set to max threads. So all 32 threads of the 16-core Ryzen 9 9950X3D processor are being exercised here. And as you can see, we have about a 72% CPU utilization, about 5.3 gigahertz clock speed on the CPU, and about a 64 CPU core temperature. So nice, cool, tepid temperatures here and a balanced, powerful system overall. And of course, we dialed in all the RGB goodness for the case, motherboard, CPU cooler, RAM, and even the GPU to a nice cool HH blue hue.
And through the magic of editing, here we are with the keyboard mouse installed and Windows up and running with a 3D Mark benchmark running. Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, we got Steel Nomad going here at about 4K and 85 frames per second. It is dialed in quite nicely. Performance on this machine should be excellent. You get that RTX 5070, you've got the 16-core Ryzen 9 9950X 3D. I mean, this is going to be a powerhouse for you, Alex. It's coming. Alex is the winner of our giveaway with Biwin, Zotac, and MSI. Fun times. It was good building a machine with you again.
Nice and smooth. That was fun. This one went well. So I hope you enjoy it, Alex.
All right, Peaches the Pitbull has been very good today. She didn't bark once when we were shooting in any time or any clip. She didn't screw it up on us. So she gets a treat. You want a treat? Do you want a treat? Are you gonna, can you give me a paw? Can you? Oh, that's a good girl. Ah.
What a good dog.
She got a treat. You got a treat? Very excited. And in the meantime, make sure you hit thumbs up, like, and subscribe so you get notified when we have some more exciting PC build content, event coverage, or our always entertaining 2.5 Geeks podcast. I'm Dave Altavilla. That's Marco Chiappetta. Thanks for stopping by.